gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, 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 everyone, to this wonderful evening of the presentation by people who are in Gift of Legacy. We're grateful that you're here. I had my co-host, Adele. Where are you?
I
Hello,
am
Ike.
right here. Hello, Bev. Thank you so much for that beautiful warm welcome. It's lovely to have a warm welcome. It's cold here in Johannesburg. So thank you so much for welcoming us. And then somebody else who's cold here in Johannesburg is Ike. Hey, Ike, how are you doing this evening?
Excited to be here, Adele. Looking forward to a super Zoom meeting. So I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Alarka from the Czech Republic. Hi, Alarka. Tembi is here. Nonia and Anna. Let's contact our guests, our friends, our teams, and let's get them in and welcome them into the Zoom. This is really a presentation for new people, inviting people and introducing people to the Gift of Legacy community. Gift of Legacy is not a business. It's not a company. This is a community. And we would like to know where you are dialing in from. So before we get busy with the presentation, maybe just let us know in the chat, where are you dialing in from? Which corner of the world are you in? Bev, where are you in the world? We all know, but share with everyone else.
I live in Panama City, Panama, Central America.
That is amazing. Where's everybody else? If they can type in the chat, or even if you want to let us know where you are. Czech Republic is Alarka.
Yeah. Hi, Alarka.
Where's everybody else? And call your teams. Let them tell us where they are all from. We really would like to share Gift of Legacy. It's the most beautiful community. It's something very different. Thing
It really
that
is.
you have to experience. Bev, it's something unusual, right?
It is something that you've got to unlearn the traditions of the past. To feel the wonderfulness of being able to find people with the love that Gift of Legacy wants each of us to find within ourselves. That's why I've been here, I'll be here, I will be here.
Beautiful. Well, Queenie, we can see Queenie on video. Queenie's just down the road from me, also here in Johannesburg South. Queenie, it's lovely to have you here. Great to have you here. Hi. So we'll just wait a few more minutes. I know there are people on YouTube who have joined us on YouTube as well. So welcome to you. If you are watching on YouTube, it is sometimes easier with a better connection. And it's lovely to have everybody here with us. Well, the room is filling up. So I don't know, Bev, do you think we should get going? Ike, what do you think?
I think it's a great moment to get started.
Okay. So ladies and gents, what we're going to do is we're going to disable the chat just during the presentation because it can get a little bit distracting. If people are typing in the chat, we will open the chat afterwards. We will have a discussion time, but please just sit back and enjoy the presentation. And even while we are busy starting, you can invite your friends, your guests and say, hey, come and find out about this beautiful community that I'm a
Yeah.
part of. So I'm going to start sharing screen, and Bev and I are going to go through the presentation. There we go. Just tell me when the screen is sharing that you can see.
Coming up.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, here it is, Adele. Here it is,
Wonderful.
Adele.
So
It's
I'm
on the
going to
screen.
leave it over to Bev to do the introductions, and then I will carry on. Bev, it's over to you. If you just want to pause in between the slides, then I know, and I'll go on to the next one for you. All righty? Go for it.
Thank you, my dear Adele. This is the most wonderful thing that I have to look forward to each week, to come and speak about Gift of Legacy. It's a gifting activity creating abundance, and you can only do it with an invitation, personal invitation from someone who is already in Gift of Legacy, who feels the love of Gift of Legacy and the desire to share that with you. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get it to go on to the next one.
Yes, please. It is wonderful to be able to have this type of teamwork and enjoy being with one another.
So it's just thinking. There we go.
Yes. At this moment, we are going to speak about a disclaimer. We have got to give a disclaimer of Gift of Legacy that this is a presentation for information sharing only, and it is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither the presenter, myself, Adele, Ike, or any of the presenters around the world are registered financial or tax advisors. This information given is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect.
Just hold on, Bev.
With this expectation, I really would like for you to start thinking, why did this person invite me to come and see this?
Bev,
And I know
just hold on
why.
a second. Bev, just hold on a second. It seems to have just slipped away from us.
Uh-oh, it's all right. It's still in our hearts.
Absolutely.
And speaking of what I found Gift of Legacy to be with this disclaimer, it is very heartfelt.
Okay, let me just get it up here again.
We're up to 17 invitees at the moment.
That's fantastic.
Each and every one of us that is here on this call has got a reason to be here as Adele continues to get technology to follow where we wanted to go, where we're trying to get to. We recognize each of you here taking out this time that want something better in your life that is different. I love being different.
Sorry, Bev. Just give me one moment here.
That's all right.
Maybe you just want to talk about when you joined Gift of Legacy.
That's where I was heading, because
Go for it.
the next sheet is where I always love to look at, because when I was told about an invitation to come to a sacred economy, I was like, wow, this sounds where my heart wants to be having the fun. I love to have fun. At 74 years old, I found it 2 years ago, and loving myself, loving people. Go ahead, Adele. is where I found Gift of Legacy. And I know there are a lot of us out here who have lost our hope of what life can be all about. But I know without a doubt, if each of us take the time to look in our hearts, in our own hearts, and find a gifting activity that creates abundance, we will see that our prayers are being answered. So, what is Gift of Legacy all about? Well, it's about sacred economics. Gifting communities trace back to the 1960s, off the mainstream for decades, but it is 100% legal. We have a presenter named Elizabeth that keeps saying, how can gifting not be legal? It is at the concept of what we have found to be Ubuntu, communities working together, also known as circular economics. We have done this. Our grandparents have done it when we really used to live by what we feel in our hearts is the best thing to do. Well, it's a global gifting activity, and our community extends over 180 countries, uplifting communities, creating abundance and self-development. When we have this available to us on the technological new highway that we have found, you can find it on a cell phone, which is what I use and Adele uses also, but on a laptop, it is there also. In the laptop, it is horizontal, and in the cell phone, it is vertical. It is so very easy to get into the jazz of gifting, because here, each and every one of us that have joined Gift of Legacy know without a doubt that the best thing to do is to bring 2 friends along with you. And that is the commitment that we make when we decide to give our sacred yes, I want to help humanity to have the opportunity to come back into love mode. That one is fun. Why is it fun? Because it is nicer to share with love to people that you know. It is much, much nicer to share with love. It's not difficult to find people 2 and then go after 2 more, because of course, once you start recognizing and understanding that you are part of something that is so wonderful, you would want to invite more than 2. We start with a new phase that began in October. It's called the Cold Board. I love this board. I truly love this board, because here you have got the opportunity to invite others that they will only have to put $25 to begin and go from there. It's the most wonderful thing to recognize inside of you that they did this because they recognized that humanity needed to be able to begin again. And what a great way to start. Go ahead, Adele. I give you the microphone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bev. It's such a beautiful way that you've explained Gift of Legacy. So in Gift of Legacy, you can start on 2 different boards. You can start your journey in what we call the theme park. And the reason we refer to Gift of Legacy as a theme park is because it's something very different. It's not a business. It's not a company. This is a gifting community. And we go on 6 different rides in the theme park. The first one is the Cold Board. You can start your journey for $25. You will contact the legend, the person in the middle of the board, and gift them unconditionally a non-returnable gift of $25. And when 7 other people have gifted the legend, 8 in total, the legend will have received $200, and with that, they are able to really get going in the Gift of Legacy community. So there are 6 boards. I said to you, the Cole board was the starter board, and the idea for Cole was to allow people to find Gift of Legacy more affordable. When they keep $100 of that first 200 that they receive off Cole, they are able to join the bronze board, and then they really are starting on what we call the ride of the Ferris wheels. So when you receive on any board in Gift of Legacy, we suggest that you use the first 4 gifts, your first 4 gifts that you receive, to join the next board in the cycle. Then you have 3 gifts to enjoy for yourself. And the last gift is the gift that you use to join the perpetual cycle. Perpetual means infinity. It means ongoing. That means the goal of Gift of Legacy is for everybody to be on all 6 of these boards represented here on the screen right now and be riding those boards till infinity. So after the Cole board, you are going to journey on what I said, the 4 Ferris wheels. The first board is the bronze board, and I'm going to explain it in detail. Once you understand the bronze board, you will understand how silver, gold, and platinum function, because they're all exactly the same. So when you join bronze, you will give the legend unconditionally $100. That $100 will be gifted to the legend, and the legend, once they have completed the board, will have received $800. Let's just look at that in a little bit more detail. That's what all the boards look like. This is the bronze board. You will start your journey as a gifter. Now, it really depends on who is inviting you, where you land on that board. But you are a gifter. You will gift the legend $100 USD, US dollars, and you will gift them, and then other gifters will land on the board and gift the legend as well. When 4 gifters have gifted on one hemisphere, the legend is able to fast track. They're able to take those first 4 gifts, join their silver board, and that's what they are doing, managing their gifts like we showed you just now. Then the other 4 gifters will come in. The legend will have received $800 in total, but they don't keep all of that because they need to hold some of those gifts back to join the next cycle. Once a board has closed, the legend moves on to their silver board and their bronze perpetual cycle. You, who were a gifter, have now moved up into the builder position. And as a builder, it is your responsibility. It's a perfect opportunity to invite 2 people to join you on this journey. 2 people who are like-minded, community-minded, people who are educated and understand exactly that this is a journey that they will continue with you until infinity. The other builder will invite people to the board, and so will the builders on the right hemisphere. The legend will receive $800 in total. The board will close, and now the guide will move into a legend. You move into the guide position. The gifters become builders, and as a guide, you are guiding your team. You see, ideally, the legend will have their 2 invitees as guides. The guides will have their 2 invitees as builders, and here come the builders inviting their guests. So A will invite C and D, and B will invite E and F. When one hemisphere has filled up, so like now the left hemisphere is filled up, you are the guide, you are able to split off and go and create your own board where you will be the legend. But this original board will only close and be complete when all 8 gifters have been confirmed and accepted by the legend. So now there you are as a legend. Congratulations on your own board. Your 2 invitees, A and B, are now your guides. Their invitees are their builders, C, D, E, and F, and they will be inviting gifters who join the board, these gifters will contact you and they will gift you unconditionally a non-returnable gift, peer-to-peer. Please note the gifts are sent peer-to-peer. You will receive $800 and $300 is yours to keep. We're going to break that down now so that you can understand. Your board will have completed, and as a legend, you are wanting to join your perpetual bronze cycle, which just means you want to ride the bronze ride over and over again. So when you click to join your bronze board, you will land on a board where there are people who are on their first cycle, but you are riding the board for your second, third, maybe fourth time. Remember that original board where you were guide on the left-hand side? The right-hand hemisphere hasn't yet completed. So when you join your perpetual cycle, you will come back onto this board as a gifter on the very same board where you were a guide just now. And the reason for this is something called the Ohana principle. Ohana is a Hawaiian word. It means nobody gets left behind. So you are coming back onto this board to help to complete it, to ensure the continuous movement and flow of the boards. Now, remember I said you receive $800, you only keep $300. This is why. You are going to hold back $400 or have already gifted forward onto your silver board. That's $400. Then you're going to hold back $100 to join your perpetual bronze cycle, there where you came back and joined on the right hemisphere. So $500 of the $800 is to move to the next boards. This means it's community gifts. This money belongs to the community. It is not yours to keep. You get to keep $300 in your pocket that you can enjoy to bless those around you, your family, or just to enjoy yourself. That is how every board works. But let's break it down so that you can see the figures. We said that Gift of Legacy is like a theme park. In a theme park, you may have a train that goes around and around and around the theme park, not stopping. Well, our starter boards are the coal and the bronze board. On the coal board, you will start, as Elizabeth explained, with a $25 unconditional gift. You gift the legend. On your first round, when you are a legend, you will receive $200. $200 you receive, but you are only keeping $75. Why? Because you need to gift forward to join the bronze board, and you're keeping back $25 to ride the coal again. So you are gifting forward 100, keeping 25 back, and therefore you are getting to keep and to spend or save $75. But on the perpetual cycle, on your second, third, fourth, and fifth ride of the coal board, when you receive $200, you get to keep $175. You are already on bronze, so you do not have to gift ahead. You will keep $25 back so that you can ride coal again. And that's why there's a difference in the amount of money you get to keep on your first round and your perpetual round. This is the power of the perpetual cycles. On the perpetual cycle, you get to keep more because you've already moved onto the higher board. So bronze, we are going to represent with a Ferris wheel on a train carriage. You see the Ferris wheels represent the infinite journey that you can take on these boards, riding them over and over on the perpetual cycle. So bronze is also one of the starter boards. You are going to give the legend $100. As a legend, you receive $800. But you need to gift ahead to join silver, which is $400. So of that $800, $400 goes to silver and $100 comes back to ride bronze again. That means you keep $300, as I just explained. Now, on the perpetual cycle, you are already on silver. So you are only keeping back $100 to join your bronze perpetual cycle. And therefore, you keep $700. So you're already on your coal perpetual where you will be receiving $175 every time you complete the board as a legend. And now on bronze, every time you complete a perpetual cycle, you will receive $700 to keep. Now silver, you have joined for $400. When you complete as a legend on your first cycle, you receive $3,200 and you get to keep $1,200. Why? Because you are gifting ahead onto gold. You're gifting ahead $1,600 of this $3,200. You are also holding back $400 to ride silver, the silver Ferris wheel, again. So you keep $1,200. On the perpetual cycle, however, you are already on gold. So you are only holding back $400. That means you are keeping $2,800 that you can spend or save however you would like to spend it. Now on gold, you've landed on gold, you gift somebody you don't know unconditionally $1,600. When you have completed your board as a legend, you will have received $12,800. You have to gift ahead to join the ultimate board, the platinum, $5,000. So 12,000 minus 5,000 to join platinum, minus $1,600 to rejoin the gold perpetual cycle, you're keeping $6,200. Now, $6,200 converted into any currency means that this is really the time when you see your legacy starting to blossom. Now, on the gold perpetual cycle, you have received $12,800. You are already on your platinum round. So you are only holding back $1,600 to ride gold again. You will keep $11,200. $11,200 truly can change lives. Now on platinum, on both the initial cycle, your first ride, and on the perpetual cycle, you will receive $40,000. $40,000, just think about that. 40,000 American dollars. You are only going to hold back $5,000 to ride this incredible board again. And that means you keep $35,000. It's the same on both rides, on your first ride and all your perpetual rides. Why? Because there is no greater board. There is nothing more that you can join. Now you are on all 5 boards. But hold on, I said there are 6 boards. Yes, there are, and I'm going to explain it shortly to you. But let's just summarize this board that you're seeing now. Maybe take a screenshot of it if you don't already have it. It is on the Telegram groups and other groups. It's often shared there. But this is a summary of what you truly can receive in Gift of Legacy. In summary, excluding the coal board and the Ohana board, which I'm going to explain to you now, your first ride, only going once through all 4 boards, you will receive $42,700. And going through the perpetual cycle once on all 4 boards, $49,700. Now remember, some boards can move faster and some can be slower than others. So you could go through 2, 3, maybe 4 bronze or coal boards while you're waiting for your perpetual gold to spin. Just an indication of the potential gifts that you could receive. So what is this Ohana board that I'm talking about? Well, about 2 months ago, a new board, a new feature, a new ride was brought into the theme park. It is called the Ohana board. Remember the Ohana principle that I mentioned earlier? Ohana means family. It means nobody gets left behind. Now, in Gift of Legacy, we're a gifting community. We don't pay. a participation fee or a monthly fee. We don't pay anything to enjoy this beautiful website that hosts over 1.3 million people across the world. So the creators, the people who look after the Gift of Legacy system, decided to create a board that is 100% blended. It's got no lineage, no team, no 2x2x2 of people following each other. It's a board where everybody in the community meets together, and that's the beauty of the Ohana board, where the community stands together and meets each other and really feels the heartbeat of this gifting community. It is a $50 unconditional gift to join Ohana, but you have to be confirmed on either the Gold or the Bronze board to participate, to join this board. When you complete a board as a legend, you will only receive 7 gifts, which means you keep you receive $350 and you keep $300. Why is it only 7 gifts? Well, gifter number 1 is always a confirmed Ohana position. You see, Ohana was created to generate funds for GGM. GGM is the non-profit organization, Gracious Givers Movement, oversees all the running costs of the GL system. Things like paying for the servers, looking after the website, paying for the developer, all the costs that need to be paid by a community that is not a business and not a company. Somebody needs to pay for those. And the custodians have been carrying lots of those fees. People have been donating over the past 2 years to Gracious Givers Movement, but it wasn't enough to sustain the growth and development of this community. So every time an Ohana position gets to legend, they receive gifts, which then goes to Ohana to look after the place where you and I create our legacy. The Ohana boards only split when all 8 gifters are confirmed. As soon as a legend has completed their board, the system automatically puts them, joins them onto the next Ohana board. And if a gifter or a participant, for whatever reason, decides not to continue participating on the Ohana board, they can never rejoin it with their same profile, and they cannot create any further Gift of Legacy profiles. So Ohana is really a board that we all should participate in, because it ensures the sustainability and the longevity of our legacies. So please, when you are joining boards, join Ohana and stay on the perpetual cycles, because that is what Ohana has been created to do, to keep the community going. Now, we have some guidelines in our community, and I'd really love, Bev, for you to share the guidelines, because you do them so beautifully.
It's my pleasure, Adele. I really enjoy hearing again and again what Gift of Legacy can do for each and every one of us. In life, everything has guidelines, and here at Gift of Legacy, there's no difference. You join by sending an unconditional gift to the legend of the board. Then you invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. After that, you encourage your 2 invitees to do the same. And it's a wonderful 2 by 2 by 2. This ensures movements on the boards. You join the boards sequentially. $100, well, $25, $100, $400, $1,600, and $5,000 in the first round. It is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board. And one important, very important note is you cannot advance to the next board without 2 confirmed invitees. That one is a good one to keep in mind, because it is very important that you recognize that in Gift of Legacy, no promoting in Gift of Legacy on social media is accepted. Keep our community like-minded. No filling of spaces. Remember, 2 by 2 by 2 guidelines. The other part that I love so much is be the messenger, not the message. Invite people to watch the live or recorded presentation. We have training in our YouTube channels. It is available in many languages. Also, if we check out the Linktree and the YouTube channel, we will be able to keep our hearts pounding with joy for what we have been invited to see. And now, please note, it is important to understand that there are no guarantees. If anyone tells you anything is guaranteed, please look at them a little bit different. The success or failure of any participant will depend on your willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure compliance with the tax laws of their country. This will give you such joy when you're able to comply with some taxes in your country, because you'll start feeling the abundance of being able to do your grain of salt in the community. Gift of Legacy is decentralized with no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third-party system, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer, which is what I love so much about it. And no funds ever gets paid to a platform. Gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted to the legend when landing on their board. It's so wonderful, so simple, and the strategy is the most wonderful thing that I have found. I truly love speaking about this. Thank you, Adele.
Thank you so much, Bev. And folks, if you are here for the first time, or if you are listening to this recording for the first time and you would like to join Gift of Legacy, contact the person who invited you, the person who sent you this recording. Remember, this is a gifting economy. It is a system of exchange based on gift giving. Thank you so much, and let us color your world. Thank you so much, Bev. What beautiful presentation. That was stunning. Thank you very much. Folks, what we are going to do now, I'm going to open up the chat that you can type in. Hold on, let me just put it there. You are welcome to type in the chat. You can raise your hand at the bottom of the screen. You will see a heart. You can click on there. There's reactions that you can use. You could raise your hand by pressing a button. Something like this will pop up. If you can't get that right, then just shake your hands around and we will be able to attend to you. I see one of our other co-presenters joined us during that. Elizabeth, how are you this evening in a wonderfully warm Madrid?
Hi, everybody. Yes, wonderfully warm, quite warm. Happy to be here. Sorry to be late. And it's funny that you said in the middle of the presentation, as Elizabeth said, because that's the part I usually present, that first part. So I was like, oh, okay. But no, it wasn't me. It was Bev. And that's so beautiful. Thanks, Bev, for taking that on. And really happy to be here. And yeah, just, be of help in any way I can. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Alaka says it's inspiring to be here. Alaka, what is inspiring? Would you like to chat? Let us know. Can I unmute for you? What is inspiring about Gift of Legacy for you?
Yeah, what is inspiring to be here is just listening to you, all of you, giving us this message of love and gifting each other. It's so beautiful, and I can listen to this all the time, from morning to evening. It's so beautiful.
You know, I agree with you, Alaka. That's why I fell in love with gifting communities when I first heard about one before, the one that we all joined before Gift of Legacy was birthed. I love giving gifts. I love giving gifts to people. And it can be as simple as sending a message to someone on a WhatsApp in the morning, or it could be making them something or baking them something, if I have the means to buy them something and spoil them. I love giving to other people. And that's what Gift of Legacy is all about. But in giving to other people, I know that I am able to create a legacy for my family, for my descendants. And it brings me hope. It brings me hope. It doesn't mean that there aren't tough times. Boy, there are tough times. But Gift of Legacy gives me hope through those tough times. And I'm with you. I love giving gifts. It's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Who else would like to share or ask a question about the presentation? You can type in the chat or you could ask. Ike, you always have words of wisdom.
Yeah, Adele, thanks very much for having raised your hand of so many. I'm just counting how you just saw the picture right from the beginning and offered yourself to actually educate the world. And that just, just excites me that here's someone who's actually saving all of us. Thanks, Beth, for coming in and helping Adele. We really appreciate it. But for me, I'm settled in Gift of Legacy. It just sits well with me. I was just talking to someone who was trying to invite me to some other platform. And I was just thinking about what I have in my hands. That I've never heard about this. You have about 7 streams of income perpetually. Oh, that excites me. And that my legacy, the legacy of my family, is guaranteed. It's not like it's maybe or what. I just have to hold on and wait for my turn to actually receive and go on perpetual on each one of those boards. I wish everyone actually saw what we're talking about here. That there will come a time where you are receiving on all the boards. You'll be receiving on coal or HANA, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum at different times. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, I had to look at what she invited me to and compare it to what I have in my hands. That phrase again comes back. They don't know what we know.
Yep.
It's such fulfilling. It gives you hope that we are into something that the world has been waiting for. And I wish that everyone in my team in GL can actually see that and hold on and never give up. It's just mind-blowing for me to be here every time when there's a Zoom, to push everything aside and all that, but to be here, it's actually fulfilling. I'm so thankful. Thanks, Adele, for inspiring the world over so many months. We're really proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Ike. Thank you, Ike. I'm not inspiring the world. I'm just sharing the story of Gift of Legacy, because Gift of Legacy speaks for itself. It
Absolutely.
is in itself inspiring. It is something unique and different. And you need to have a mindset change. This is not a business and it's not a company. And if I gift Beverly, I am gifting Beverly. My turn will arrive, just like Ike said, for me to receive. But I can't say, well, it's like 4 months down the line, I want my gift back. You know, if people give me gifts, especially things like chocolates, you can't be phoning me 2 days later and be asking for those chocolates back. You're going to get an empty box. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't ask for a gift back. It's not like the gifts are being stored in some kind of a warehouse. They are sent peer to peer, from Bev to Elizabeth, from Elizabeth to Ike, from Ike to me. Those gifts are sent peer to peer. Your turn will arrive. Now, some people have said, and here's a good question, so I'll bring it up. People have said, okay, so if I join and I gift somebody, and that legend receives all of their gifts, and they don't join the perpetual cycle, or somebody gets to a legend position and they don't have 2 guests, are they going to receive as a legend? Yes, absolutely. It's ideal to invite when you are in Builder, but you can get to a legend position without having your 2 guests, especially coal and bronze. We get 2 free rides, 1 through coal, 1 through bronze, without 2 guests. But why? That's not fair. It's very fair. You see, when Gift of Legacy started, some of the custodians went to the FSCA, the Financial whatever association in South Africa, and presented Gift of Legacy to them. And when they said to them, what are the conditions people receiving? The presenters who were there said, well, you gift unconditionally $100. At that point, there was no coal board. You gift $100. When you get to the legend position, you will receive $800. And they were asked, is there any way that a person will not receive their gifts? And they said, no. And they said, well, what about these 2 invitees? If you don't have 2 invitees, will the legend not receive? They said, no. And they said, well, what's the story with the invitees? And the custodians who were there presenting explained, and they said, if the person does not have their 2 invitees at the end of bronze, so now it's coal and bronze, right? Back then it was just bronze. If they do not have their 2 invitees, they will receive their gifts, but they cannot join silver and they cannot join the perpetual cycle. So something called sidelining happens to them. They can still log into their profile. They can still generate an invite link, but they can do nothing else. They cannot progress. And do you know what the FSCA said? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That is why Gift of Legacy is not a Ponzi or a pyramid, because everybody will receive. Everybody has the potential to receive, and everybody will receive. And if there was a rule that said, you're not going to receive if you haven't got 2 invitees, that would make us a Ponzi, because then people would be putting money into a system and would have, there would be a possibility that they could never receive back. But you saw Beverly doing this during the presentation. Elizabeth and I often say it when we present, you always have a time to give and you always have a time to receive. And that circular movement of this circular economy is what stops Gift of Legacy from being classed as any kind of scheme or Ponzi or pyramid or anything, because we're not. We're a gifting economy. That little picture you saw in our closing slide, it is an economy based on gift giving. Everybody gives, everybody receives, everybody receives. But if you are not playing according to the guidelines and you don't have your 2 invitees at the end of bronze, you can't continue on the rides with the rest of us. You've had a taste of the theme park, but you cannot continue. And that is something that's very important to know, because new people often ask that. Is this just a pyramid? No, because it's not the same people receiving. Elizabeth is not the one in legend all the time, and all the gifts are going to Elizabeth. It's not Ike all the time. It's not me all the time, and it's not Beverly all the time. I could be a gifter, a builder, guide, or a legend on a board. And when I'm a legend, I go straight back into being a gifter. And that movement, that circular movement, Elizabeth has the most beautiful saying. We always quote Elizabeth. Have you ever seen a round pyramid? We're a circular economy. I've never seen a round pyramid. It's circular. Look at that picture behind Elizabeth. She loves that picture. It's the circular, the infinity sign. It's such a natural flow. There's no pyramid in there. There's no Ponzi in there. And your success or failure is totally dependent on your willingness to participate, follow the guidelines. Gift of Legacy is 2.5 years old. This time, 3 years ago, Gift of Legacy was being birthed. I know, I was there. I was helping with things in the background. And look where we are now. 6 boards. 6 boards that give you a stream of gifting potential. Then you can ride them on the perpetual cycle. That gives you, Ike, 12 streams of gifting potential. You can be receiving gifts while you sleep. You see, Beverly's in Panama, and Jose is in Madrid with Elizabeth, and Alata is in Czech Republic. The rest of us, I think, are all in South Africa, as far as I can tell. But if Beverly lands on my board and joins my board, and I'm asleep tonight, she can message me. And when I wake up tomorrow morning, I could get a beautiful message. Hey, Adele, I'm Beverly Smith. I live in Panama City, and I've just landed on your platinum board. How would you like me to send you $5,000? Boy, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I am going to have a spring in my step. I'm going to message her back, and she's going to gift me 12 streams of gifting potential. The potential to receive gifts while you are sleeping. Now, who's heard talks and videos and motivational messages about having 7 streams of income? And you are wealthy if you can make money when you're sleeping? Are we onto a good thing here? Bev, are we onto a good thing here?
Excellent, excellent, excellent thing that I have found, that you have found, and that anyone who is praying about a change in their lives will find, because it is so simple when we find what we're praying for, but we don't believe it. We don't believe the simplicity. And one of the things, that song that I love to sing, we lose hope because we want things to happen so fast. But we have got to learn to teach others so they can feel what we feel within ourselves. No, hope and love goes hand in hand, my darling Adele.
Absolutely. Elizabeth, do you want to talk about those round pyramids that we've never seen?
I always say it's so amazing to have these round pyramids. I say, oh boy, if you ever see one, please send me a picture. Please send me a photo of that. I always say, well, you know, if you're in a pyramid, of course, if you stop gifting, the whole pyramid will something crumble down, it won't work. But the beauty of Gift of Legacy is that anybody can come in and that will happen. So it's, you know, you gift and you receive 8 times what you gifted. Isn't that amazing? Except in Ohana. And even in Ohana, we receive 7 times what we gifted. I mean, that's just, it's mind-blowing. It's like, oh, wow. So, you know, really connect with that Gift of Legacy. Truly, truly, truly is the essence of what we've learned, we've heard. You know, giving is receiving. Giving is receiving. Gift of Legacy is testimony to giving is receiving. So please just, you know, do what you have to do. Bring in your friends, invite your friends, your family, bring everybody into Gift of Legacy. We always say it's 2, and I say 2, 10, 20, 200. I mean, who cares? Everybody. You want to bring in everybody, because the more people you bring in, of course, the faster everything will move. But more than that, it's the joy of having people join you in this trip, because it's amazing.
Sure. Beautiful.
Thank you, Adele.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Look at that. It's 9 o'clock. We've done a presentation and questions. We're on a roll tonight, everybody. Jose, do you have any words of wisdom there from Madrid? Are you busy?
I think Jose's not in Madrid. He's up north.
Yes.
In
Where-
Santander.
where
Yes,
are
Eli.
you, Jose?
Hello.
Hello. Where are you?
Beautiful
Hello.
family.
Hello.
Yes, I live in some part in the north of Spain, in Santander. And this week is our local annual party, because Santiago, which some time ago was the I don't know, the patrono from Spain, and now it's only the patrono from Galicia, and here in my region in Santander, which is the capital town of Cantabria. And this week we are so busy celebrating festivals, outdoor festivals, things like that. But now I'm taking care of my small garden. Look.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Because now it's summer. Here in Spain is full summer.
Yes.
Yes, and those. So, so
it's
I
beautiful.
feel so blessed to be invited to say those words in this call. Although I have been very busy lately because my dad was in hospital. Fortunately, he is back home. He's in good health now, so he's fully recovered. And well, yes.
Maravilloso.
I
is
have
such
listened
good
to you
news.
almost, yes, almost more than half of your beautiful presentation, and you've made very well, and you explain very well. I want to congratulate Ike, okay, because he has made so great advance in explaining himself and breaking the, I don't know how to say it, but breaking the introversion. Yes. Okay. So congrats for all of you, especially from Ike tonight. Okay.
Thank you so much, Jose. Thank you. Yes, Ike, we love the way that you explain Gift of Legacy. We do, because you feel it in your bones, right?
That's true. That's because he speaks from heart. Yeah? So Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you. Enjoy your festival. Wish I was
Yeah.
there. Maybe next year.
Okay, I hope so. You are invited.
Maybe.
You are invited.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll come watch some soccer with you. Bye-bye. Ike? Can you hear us, Ike? Hello, Ike? No, not now. He's shaking his head at me. He's shaking his head. Okay. Is there anybody else who would like to say anything? Abundance says, hi, team. I'm excited to hear more about GL. We are getting it day by day, thanks to you, Adele, and others, to push us to do more. Thank you so much, Abundance. You know, but there's always something to learn. And very soon, you're going to have some very exciting reading material to read through and to look at. It's nearly ready. A new document that explains Gift of Legacy that will help you to introduce people and to train people about Gift of Legacy. But just keep the hope, keep the faith, keep going, keep gifting. Because gifting is sharing kindness, and everybody in the world needs kindness. We've all been through so much in the past few years, and we all just need kindness. So think of a gift as a way of spreading kindness across the world. So to each one of you, thank you so much for being here. Bev, thank you for being with me this evening. I love presenting with you. You truly have the voice of an angel, and you speak so beautifully from your heart. Elizabeth and Ike, thank you for being here and joining us. And I'm going to leave it over to you, Bev, to say goodnight to everybody.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful opportunity and those words of wonderful recognition of growing, because I feel the growth that I have had learning all that I had to learn here in Gift of Legacy. I came in, didn't know anything about it, but I love to give. And today when I saw Elizabeth saying what she said, I was just felt so good, because it is each one of us that gives the other one a little something that you did not expect to get, but it touched. I'm going to listen to this again and again and again, because when we talk about the truly desire to help each other grow, within here, you feel it. Thank you, Adele. We'll keep moving forward.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And we will be here Thursday evening. Watch the groups for what it's going to be. But we'll be here Thursday evening, same time, same place, discussing something exciting about this beautiful gifting community. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.